Good morning students. Already in the previous video, we have seen the structure of brain. The brain is divisible into three parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. The hindbrain is divided into three parts: cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. And today in this video, we are going to see the structure of spinal cord. Spinal cord is the continuation of medulla oblongata and it is an important link between brain and other parts of the body. The spinal cord has 31 pairs of spinal nerves, and the spinal nerves, they have a dorsal sensory neuron and a ventral motor neuron, and they conduct the sensory and motor impulses to and from the brain. Now coming to the structure of spinal cord. The spinal cord, it's a cylindrical structure lying in the neural canal of the vertebral column. It is covered by three protective membranes called meninges. Meninges. Do you remember this meninges? Where have we seen this? Yes, in the brain. The brain is covered by three protective coverings called meninges. And what are they? They are outer dura mater, inner pia mater and middle arachnoid membrane. So similarly in spinal cord also it is covered by three protective layers called meninges. The posterior most region of a spinal cord tapers into a thin thread-like structure called filum terminale. So you see here, the posterior part of the spinal cord, it tapers into a thin thread-like structure called as filum terminale. So the posterior region, it tapers downwards like a thread-like structure called filum terminale. Internally, the spinal cord contains a central canal which is filled with cerebrospinal fluid. So here there is a central canal that is filled with a fluid called as cerebrospinal fluid. So the cerebrospinal fluid, it protects the brain and spinal cord from damage. Look at this picture. The inner part of the spinal cord is the grey matter. So what do you mean by grey matter? If the neuron is not covered with myelin sheath, that is said to be grey matter, and outside is said to be white matter. So we are taking the grey matter, it is H-shaped, and the upper part of the H, there arise a horn shape that is said to be posterior horn. Posterior horn, and the lower part there is anterior horn. Anterior horns. And this posterior horn, from the posterior horns there arise a bunch of nerve tracts. Similarly, from the anterior part also there arise a bunch of nerve tract, and they are said to be spinal nerves. Spinal nerves. So here from the posterior horn there arise bunch of nerves. They are said to be dorsal root. Dorsal root. The upper part of the grey matter, there arise posterior horns, and the lower part there arise anterior horns. From the posterior horns there arise a bunch of nerve tracts called as dorsal root, and from the anterior horn there arise a bunch of nerve tracts said to be ventral root. Ventral root. Dorsal root and the ventral roots, they join together to form the spinal nerves. So likewise in the spinal cord there are 31 pairs of spinal nerves. Spinal cord controls a reflex action of the body. So when dust falls in our eyes, we close our eyelids immediately. Similarly, when you are touching a hot pan, we withdraw our hands immediately. Do you know how this happens? It's due to reflex action. It is due to reflex action. So reflex action, it occurs automatically without consciousness. So if somebody is pinching, that impulse, it is taken to the brain, and the brain, it will be giving the commands or the message that somebody has pinched you and that area is paining, isn't it? But sometimes when a quick response is needed, the spinal cord itself will be acting as brain, and it is giving the commands. The rapid action by spinal cord is called reflex action, or in short we can say the reflex action, it occurs automatically without consciousness. There are two types of reflexes. Simple or basic reflex, and acquired or conditioned conditioned reflex. So there are two types of reflexes, simple or basic reflex and acquired or conditioned reflex. So when you are taking the simple reflex, the reflexes are inbuilt and unlearned response. So the reflexes are inbuilt and unlearned response. So unlearned response. What do you mean by unlearned response? We are not learning, but automatically we are doing that in our day-to-day life. So winking of eyes, coughing, sneezing, yawning, all that they are coming under unlearned response. And the next one, acquired or conditioned reflex. So acquired or conditioned reflex. This reflex, they are the result of learned response. So this reflex, they are due to learned response. So what do you mean by learned response? When we are practicing a thing again and again, it will be in our mind. So for example, playing harmonium by striking a particular key on seeing a musical note, that is coming under acquired reflex. So here when we are practicing a thing again and again, it will be in our mind. And the next one is reflex arc. So reflex arc, the pathway taken by the nerve impulse to produce reflex action is said to be reflex arc. The pathway taken by the nerve impulse to produce reflex action is said to be reflex arc. So for example, when we are touching a hot pan, the stimulus is the heat or pain which is sensed by the heat receptors in our hand. This stimulus in turn triggers the impulse in the sensory neuron. The sensory neuron transmits the impulse to the spinal cord. In the spinal cord, there is a short neuron called relay neuron. The relay neuron transmits the impulse to motor neuron, and motor neuron, it carries the message or command to the muscles of the arm, and the muscles in the arm, they contract, and immediately we are withdrawing our hand. Look at this diagram. When we touch a hot pan with our hand, the heat or the pain, it's the impulse that is taken by the sensory neuron to the spinal cord. In the spinal cord, there is a short neuron called interneuron. The interneuron, it transmits the impulse to the motor neuron, and the motor neuron, it gives commands to the arms, and the muscles of the arm contracts, and immediately we are withdrawing our hand. And all these things, they are taking place within a fraction of second. And I hope you all might have understood and study this reflex action as homework.